factors such as easy accessibility, app location, peaceful environment, complementary existing infrastructures, and supportive local communities, among others. Note that the proposed Nigerian Customs Service Training School Academy is a one-stop shop because it consists of administrative block, perimeter fence, senior staff housing, generator house, staff room, classrooms, libraries, laboratories, workshops, dining halls, girls' hostels, boys' hostels, intermediate staff housing, chief security office, sport area, drainage, among others, which is estimated to go approximately the sum of 14,200 million naira as captured in the budget. Mr. President also note that the construction of additional custom training academy to the existing ones will provide the needed professional training towards meeting the demands of institutions in the country, thereby bringing our officers, personnel of the Nigerian Customs Service in tune with the current realities of professionalism in all their dealings and international best practice, thereby ridding them of unprofessionals, unethical conduct, and hopeful that the federal government, under the able leadership of Excellency President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR, having come with the good mantra of renewed hope, will no doubt leave no stone unturned as far as full implementation of budget is concerned, particularly the likes of proposed customs service training, schools academy, Bauchi. Accordingly resolve to 1. Commend the federal government on its resolve to solving the ever-growing training needs of Nigerian Customs Service officers and personnel within a view to meeting the international best practice and curbing locally disturbing concerns of misconduct and lack of professionalism amongst the service. Urge the federal government to ensure prompt and speedy implementation of item number 262 contained in the Appropriation Act 2023 Nigerian Customs Service Capital Cost 2023 Budget Proposals Details Breakdown Annex 3, the land for the planned construction having been earmarked. And finally, mandate the Committee on Customs, Excise and Tariff when constituted to embark on effective oversight as it has always been for the first of its kind state-of-the-art facility and ensure its full implementation. Mr. President, with your kind permission, I so moved. Thank you, sir.
Senator Shehu Buba, I so second. And in so doing, Mr. President, if you permit me, let me, in supporting this motion, add my voice by saying that this motion is very important in light of what this Senate on the 19th of July discussed on the motion sponsored by Senator Yaradua on the need, clearly from the discussions of the Senate that day, for customs and indeed all other security agencies to be trained and retrained and retrained. And we identified this gap during the debate on that day as part of the challenges and problems the customs are facing in this country. Therefore, the implementation and takeoff of this one-stop academy is important in achieving and curing that particular deficit that we have noted in the customs service. And indeed, retraining and training is a critical component of what is required for us to have effective, efficient, and standard customs service in Nigeria. So, Mr. President, I support this motion, and I urge that all of my colleagues do kindly support this motion. Thank you.
Zonal area, in creating and establishing a good and befitting academy, which we usually call college. and training schools. Academy is just like advanced training school, which is more or less our own university. Due to these enormous functions, which custom has been given by the new Act 2023, we have a lot, like facilitation of trade, both national and international, particularly on imports and exports, collection of import duties and export duties, suppression and prevention of smuggling at all the borders and international airports. Then collaboration with agencies, other security agencies to perform its duties. Contribution to the national economic development and security services. All this must be performed by professional, modern professional customs. For now, we have only one college, about 2 colleges now. One in North Central, that is Abuja. That's basically the university of the university status, is North Central. Then we have one in Lagos, which is almost congested. That's the Southwest. Then the training school again in Lagos. Bauchi has been very, very unique in the life of custom service, particularly at the zonal headquarters. Now, for us to decentralize and train all our men and officers properly, we need to decentralize the training, the modern training techniques with modern equipment, where we have enough space, enough manpower to man and train all our officers to the best international practice. With this, Bauchi stands the best location, which I commend the mover of this motion. And I have to second this motion seriously now and support the motion now that it has been budgeted for in the 2023 budget. I think what the Senate needs to do is to impress on the service to produce more funds to finish this project on time, so that our officers, the new ones, will be trained and the old ones will be retrained. I so second Mr. and support Mr. President. Thank you.
Distinguished colleagues, the motion is so straightforward. So let's rush to the prayers. And anybody, unless somebody has an amendment to any of the prayers. Prayer 1, commend the federal government on its resolve at solving the ever-growing training needs of Nigerian Customs Services officers and personnel with a view to meeting the international best practices and curbing locally disturbing concerns of misconducts and lack of professionalism within the service. Those who are in support of prayer 1 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 2, urge the federal government of Nigeria to ensure prompt and speedy implementation of item number 263 contained in the Appropriation Act 2023, Nigeria Customs Service Capital Cost 2023, Budget Proposal, Detailed Breakdown, Annex 3. The land for the planned construction having been earmarked already. Those who are in support of prayer 2 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 3, mandate the Committee on Customs, Excise and Tariff, when constituted, to embark on effective oversight, as it has always been, for the first of its kind state-of-the-art facility and to ensure its full completion. Mandate the Committee on Customs, Excise and Tariff, when constituted, to embark on effective oversight, as it has always been, for the first of its kind state-of-the-art facility, and ensure its full implementation. Any amendment to this prayer? Yes, Sangodara. The prayer 3 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Let me commend the mover of this motion, my distinguished brother, Shehu Boba, for bringing this, which is very timely. And it looks like every concern now is focused on the activities of customs. And the Nigerian Senate is very concerned with the current negative trend, particularly the incessant killings and what I may call incessant accidental discharge that seem to come from personnel of the service in the border towns across the nation. And I think these things are linked to nothing but proper training. And then having a facility such as the one proposed in Bauchi will also help as an additional training facility that will inculcate in them the ethics and ethos of international best practices to enable us have the customs of our dreams. So I thank you for this, and I also thank my colleagues for their contributions. Leader of the Senate. Those who are against say nay. The ayes have it.